Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. But hopefully you already are. Welcome back to the Thursday stream, recapping the week that was in the world of Marvel Legends and everything in between and behind and in front and to the side and everything. It's just a toy community hangout, as always, Legends focused. This is episode 204, I think, so we're going strong. We are in our 4th year of streaming, but again, we're always adding new people to the audience. So if you are new, please let me know in the chat or in the comment below. We do get just as many views on the replay as we do that are here live, but the people that are here live, I like you that little bit more. But I understand people are busy, and that is fine. And this man is always busy, but he makes time for me on a Thursday, which is why I love him. It is, of course, displayed once. AK Rich M. Rich, how you doing?
Hello, hi everyone. How are you all doing? I'm having an amazing brat summer. I am. How are you doing, Dan?
Amazing brat summer. Is that a trendy
Charlie XCX, Dan? Get down with the kids. Come on, Dan.
Weren't the American what's the American president elect was trying to use that song as a campaign something or other, weren't she? I'm well out the loop, mate. I live in my own little bubble. Like, I try not to be naive to what's going on in the world, of course, but like, if it's not affecting me on a day-to-day, I just try not to let it stress me out or worry too much about it. So I live in a little bubble, Rich, and the bubble's surrounded with little plastic people.
Good bubble to be in, Dan. Good bubble to be in.
Yeah, no, it is. It's good.
What was that film with the bubble boy? Is that Brendan Fraser? And he lives in a bubble?
Is it Brendan Fraser? Isn't it Jake Gyllenhaal, really young?
Oh, is it Jake Gyllenhaal? It might be, yeah.
I think it is, yeah. Where his parents raise him and like it was like he lived in a COVID world because everyone, yeah. Hugged through plastic and stuff. Yeah, I think it was a young Jake Gyllenhaal. I could be wrong. I'm sure the chat will let us know. And if you are in the chat, let us know you're here. Say hello and we'll come and say hello to you in a second. I'll go through the housekeeping real quick. But of course, we do have a tiny bit of Marvel Legends news as the pre-orders from San Diego Comic-Con are still slowly leaking out one by one until PulseCon in a few weeks' time, where we will get a new bunch of reveals. What they are going to be, nobody knows. It's still a secret. But maybe Dan Yoon gave some clues away during my interview, which we will mention in a moment. But first, let me go through the housekeeping real quick while you guys are saying hello in the chat. First and foremost, shout out everyone who came on Legends and Liquor last week for our little catch-up. That is now the routine. So no Legends and Liquor this weekend. The next one will be the 1st of September. Joe's and Juice, Turtles and Tea. Again, I am owed those shows to Tom, Mark and Tanner. So maybe next week I can squeeze in them. We shall see. No, don't promise me on that one. But every Thursday, me and Rich are always here. That is the mainstay of the channel, absolutely. If you want to support what we do on the channel, then please, anything over £4 or $4, not only are we grateful for your contribution, our Talking Robot assistant Friday, who works on a Thursday and sometimes on a Sunday, will read out your super chat. All right, use the Streamlabs donation link in the description of this video, or you can just use the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. Both of them are exactly the same. Anything over £4, she will read it out loud. Get involved. I always miss her voice. All right, so someone Kickstarter for me. I appreciate that. And again,
I like money.
Yes. Look, YouTube take a big chunk of it, annoyingly, to be completely transparent. But I appreciate everybody all the same. Hit that join button. This is what it's all about. This channel, I try and be as welcoming as possible. And again, I know some people just are scared of these buttons because they just don't want to financially commit to things that are free, essentially, but I try and make it worth your while. If you hit join and become part of the supporting the channel, you become part of the channel, and you can get involved with shows like this one, as the Who Crew Deluxe every single Thursday is the bonus after show, where, to be honest with you, it's a lot of nonsense. Last week, Brandon from Hasbro, technically now officially at Hasbro, joined us for the after show and was showing off some brand new figure that hasn't got into anyone's hands yet. So that's the type of stuff you get on the bonus show. That happened last week. So yeah, again, it's just a fun little bonus show, small little community we've got over there, but I appreciate them all the same. They know that. So yeah, become a channel member. Get involved, people. We appreciate you. Let's go and say hello to the chat then, Rich. I do have a question up on the chat, because today is all about part 2 of our conversation of going through that Marvel Universe trading card series 2 from 1991. Last week we got through about maybe 40 characters, and there's still a lot more. So today we are continuing that theme of going through the characters that were celebrated on that trading card and thinking, would some of them make a good Marvel Legend update if there was to be a trading card tribute, just like the Death's Head packaging at San Diego? So if this packaging was going to have a full wave and the rules were the character had to be in that same card series, who would we pick? Who would be a good idea? That's what we're discussing today. So the question is, do you think a Marvel Legends trading card tribute wave is a good idea? 3 answers. First one, yes, very nostalgic. Second answer is yes, but only for the right characters. And third answer is, I don't care about packaging. And fair, there's some votes in all 3 columns here. 48% say yes, very nostalgic. 30% say yes, but only with the right characters. And 22% just don't care about the packaging. Now, I feel like Rich is in that category, but you may be nostalgic about this packaging, Rich. I don't know. Tell me, which one would you vote for there?
I don't care about the packaging unless it's a Generation X retro card, Dan. And apparently, if we get 1,000 people to mention it, they will make it. So join me in my campaign to get 1,000 people to mention the Generation X retro packaging. I'm going to make a little barometer this week.
I did warn Dan Yoon that he may regret saying that. I was like, he underestimates the influence Rich has. So yeah, again, we will discuss the interview in a moment, but let's say hello to some people in the chat. I can see Elijah in the chat. Shout out Eliza. He came and said hello to us at the Star Action Figures Collectors event this weekend. He made us feel all very old because he is very young. But it was always good meeting fresh faces in the community. So shout out Elijah. Let me scroll up a little bit. Kev Collectibles was in nice and early. He says Frank sold out on Amazon. Is that true, Americans? Has Frank already sold out on Amazon US? Usually Amazon don't really sell out very quickly, so that would be surprising if it's true. I think in the US, the Punisher 2-pack is a Famazon exclusive, so Fan Channel and Amazon, if I remember correctly. In the UK, it seems to only be on Pulse, right, Rich? I think.
Yeah.
We're looking a minute. Yeah, we're looking a minute. We're going to recap that in a moment anyway. Quinn Comics says, greetings and pow from your friendly neighborhood comic shop from across the pond, Dan. Hope you're having a quintastic day, my friends. As always, live from the comic shop, Excelsior. Quinn Comics, do the comic shop hear our audio? Like, do they hear our audio, or are we in the headphones, or are we on mute? Like, I'm just curious. If I shout out to the comic shop, hello everybody in Quinn Comics, does anyone turn their head and notice that we're live on YouTube? I'm just curious. Is the sound on? If it isn't, turn it up. Turn it up.
Why is Quinn's Comics always watching Mary Poppins? I bet that's what they're thinking. That Dick Van Dyke is everywhere.
Chim 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 chiroo. Mark Tac says, happy birthday, Paul. Yeah, shout out Paul McCarthy, not McCartney, not the guy from the Beatles, it took me weeks to learn that, but it's Paul McCartney. Shout out, he just got the VHS Spider-Man, and I think it's the Strife 2-pack, which that Peter Parker is instantly one of my favourite legends just because of what it represents. So, great gift for his birthday. But yeah, shout out.
It's his birthday! Diddle-a-diddle-a-doo. It's your birthday today! Hooray! For copyright reasons, we can't sing the real one.
It was funny because Rich won't mind me saying, but me and Rich were both saying that sometimes in the Legend of Liquor group, it feels like we work for TGI's or Frankie and Benny's because it's someone's birthday every other day. So everyone's every day now and then we're just distracted with 100 birthday messages. But that's fine. It's all about celebrating life. So happy birthday, Paul. And shout out Mark Tak. If anyone didn't know, his birthday is the 17th of August every year, apparently. Apparently that's what I hear. Every year it's Mark Tak's birthday. Crazy.
And Dan Hayden's sister too.
It's Dan Hayden's. When is it Dan Hayden's birthday?
Same day.
Same day. Happy birthday.
You obviously don't read the group chat like I do.
Because Mark Tak was bloody just overtaking it. Poor Dan Hayden's messages got lost in the Mark Tak nonsense. Anyway, happy birthday to everyone. Is it anyone else's birthday? We create a birthday segment of the show and just every week just celebrate people's birthdays like we're on a Saturday morning cartoon or something. P.O. Box.
Send in your pictures, Leonie.
P.O. Box somewhere in Wales, Rich's house. They read them out every week. Shout out Jamie Gitchard, Damien, Hobby. It started with a click. Shelley, is it your birthday? Let us know. Octane, RP, Jay's Still Collection UK says, evening all. Always good day to have a new Punisher comes out. Aaron Wiley says, I'm just sick of Spider-Man being the main focus of Hasbro, and I'm sure the influence is from the inside. There are more heroes to consider. Are you listening, Hasbro? Aaron Wiley is not happy. There are more characters in the Marvel Universe than Spider-Man, all right? Pick up a comic or something. Read.
But not Red Widow, Jesse Falcon. Move away. Move away from the Wikipedia. Oh,
there you go, Aaron. I hope
block him off.
I'm trying to help Aaron, all right? I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you out there, putting the message out there into the universe, all right? But there are a lot of Spider-Man fans, Aaron, and they usually follow the money. I'm just saying. Home dudes there as well. Kurt K. Hope health is good, my friend. He says, pal from New Jersey. Cute Colts there as well. Can we go through series 1 and also 3, the official handbook of the Marvel Universe? I'm enjoying this too much. Look, we've still got to see if we can even get through the rest of the series 2 that we're doing here today. So we shall see, but there are plenty of potential for some of those other gimmicky stuff as well. Not a problem. St. James says, Ayo. Is he chewing on a toothpick as well? Maybe. We shall see. But who else we got? Dan Hayden says, howdy. Happy birthday, Dan, for the 17th of August. See, it's not just Mark Tak birthday. I learn things. Who else we got? Christopher Allen. Is he still your favourite, Rich?
Yeah, I love Christopher Allen.
Good. He's my favourite.
Far away my favourite. After watching this week's 12-hour Legends of Liquor, Christopher Allen is 100% my favourite. Well done, Christopher Allen.
This week's weren't as bad as some, to be fair. It was okay.
I think it was the worst one. I literally went and saw a film in between this one.
I think Phil Jones.
Group 1 was still on. I watched crap. We Channing Tatum, and Group 1 was still there.
Phil Jones got on a plane in a different country and landed back at home before we had finished Legends of Liquor. It's a commitment. I'm not going to lie. It's a commitment. Pixels and Plastic says, make Generation X Marvel Legends. There's my vote. Oh, here's my vote. There you go. So you got one more. Rich.
Will is my new favourite. Hooray!
Quinn Comics says, yes, they can hear us, Rich. Have you got any words for the people of Quinn Comics?
I haven't got my comics this week, but I am liking the X-Men relaunch. I've said I've been liking Mad Cave's Gatchaman. They're good. I think Mad Cave are doing Defenders of the Earth as well, which I've tried to pick up, but it's not available in the UK like for some reason.
And the Flash and all of that.
I'm guessing for licensing reasons. I can't find it anywhere. But yeah, so someone send me Defenders of the Earth issue 1, and you'll be my best friend. Thank you very much.
There you go, right, Quinn Comics. Have you got the hook up? Okay, let's. There you go. There's the chat. Hello. Let's go over to some Marvel Legends news, and shall we? First and foremost, little self plug for myself. There we go. Right, so I don't know who sent me this. Rich, do you have any idea who could have possibly sent me this for review? It's a mystery. I haven't been able to figure it out, but someone sent me this for review. So the review is up on the channel right now. It's the first figure we have got our grubby mitts on from the Strange Tales wave. And, like, it's basically the Wolverine from, like, I don't know, the the brown suit Wolverine we got originally in the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave, and I don't have that anymore. So people asking me why didn't I use that in my video, is because I don't have it anymore. I sold it many years ago in anticipation for a new brown suit Wolverine, which is yet to come, but hopefully by the end of the year. So yeah, if you want to check out my review for this, I do lots of comparisons with other characters. Obviously, we check out the details. Of course, I compare it to Ghost Rider, and I also try to give you a little bit about the character as well, in case you were curious. Again, just a sort of sub notes, but still a little bit rather than nothing. So yeah, go and check that review out if you want. See, there he is riding a bike. He can't grip onto the bike though, but I do try and use some interchangeable hands. I tried to make it work. He doesn't come. They're the hands from Brood, but I tried to make it work. But yeah, go and check out my review for the Wolverine, the Weapon of Vengeance version of Wolverine. And Rich, this is the Wolverine version, not the Dakin version, right? At least I believe so.
Yeah, this is the Logan Wolverine version, not the Dakin Wolverine version. Yeah. Which is, I think, that's only just happened in the miniseries, but it's just finished now. But they just announced it's going to be an ongoing Wolverine series now. Yeah. So you will be back, like Arnie. I will be back.
I did skim through that miniseries, so I sort of got the footnotes of what happened. So yeah, it did they ended it in a way where basically Wolverine, the Dakin or the Draken version of Wolverine, Wolverine is now. He's out there in the 616, isn't he? So of course he was going to make an appearance. It did say he'll be back as well, didn't it? So yeah, there you go. So a new character, and again, only that version of Wolverine only debuted in the comics last year. So I do think this is an example of Marvel having an influence on what Hasbro create. I do think it's Marvel going, wow, this character's going to be pushed a little bit. Why don't you make a figure for that? So again, I do think Marvel, again, they are the license holder after all. They are the people that have the final say. So I do think characters like this are not necessarily a Hasbro decision. It's more of a Marvel mandate to be like, look, push this character, it's getting a main story and blah blah blah, and look, it's out, so fair play. So it's there if you want it.
There was the thing with the Strange Tales wave is, like, while a lot of them are much wanted characters, there's no like main big character in there. There's no Iron Man or Captain America. So I'm like, I think putting Wolverine in that wave and Storm as well, like versions of them, kind of like brings it out to like the mass appeal. And everyone loves an X-Man, don't they? Of course,
and it's Wolverine, for God's sake. The film Deadpool and Wolverine just crossed $1 billion. It's the most successful R-rated movie in history. Do you know, like, Wolverine is a character known not just by comic fans. I'm sure my nan probably knows who Wolverine is. I'm going to test that out. I'm going to ring her tomorrow and ask her if she knows. Because
Nanverine variant coming soon.
Nanverine. Look, don't put it past them. So yeah, again, and it is still Wolverine's 50th anniversary as well. And we know for a fact this isn't the last Wolverine we are getting this year either. So there's still another on the way. Which one was Dan Yoon's favourite? I don't know. I should have asked him. But go and check out my interview on my channel as well with Dan. It's up there right now, of course, in association with the Star Action Figures collectors event that happened last Saturday.
New iPhone.
Yeah. When you watch my videos, though, don't skip the ads, all right? Just let them play, all right? Let them play, all right? I need that 0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.1, all right? Thank you. But yeah, Dan and me had a conversation in this because of the Star Action Figure Collectors event. So again, just a conversation about Marvel Legends. I don't feel like I got too much information out of him this time round. I do think it was very difficult to try and get any solid yeses and nos and characters out of him. Did you watch it back, Rich? Do you feel like I got anything?
I watched bits of it, but I'm waiting for the strong collectors to recap it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is very fair. I did watch the strong collectors video of what they would ask the Marvel team, and like I wanted to respond because I feel like I know a lot of the answers they would say based on the information we have, but like,
but Dad, you don't work for Hasbro.
Exactly.
Remember the line we keep it up. You don't work for them.
Exactly. So I sort of didn't respond because hopefully someone hits them up because they're some good people, and yeah, the Marvel team should absolutely hit them up for a fun conversation about the hobby. But anyway, go and check out Dan Yoon is always a good sport, always giving up his time. I appreciate it, Dan. Again, he's my favourite Arsenal fan. So, yeah, all good. Go and check that review out on the channel. Today, As we just went up for pre-order. So this is what we were referring to in the chat a moment ago. Now, I believe, again, if I'm wrong, correct me in the chat, we'll notice it. But this is a Famazon exclusive over in the US. So it is available on Amazon and also in the fan channel places like your Big Bag Toy Stores, your Hasbro Pulses, your Entertainment Earths, etc. In the UK, it only seems to be on Hasbro Pulse. So it wasn't branded as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive to us, but it seems like that is the way it is. I'll have a quick look somewhere else. Let me, since I went to Star Action figures this week, let's have a quick look at Star Action. Is the Punisher there? Let's have a look. No, the Punisher's not there. So, and usually stores like Star Action Figure, In Demand, Comic and Cocktails, they're on the board. If there was a pre-order, it would usually be up. So the fact that it's not there makes me think that this is a Pulse exclusive in the UK, which is news to us. So, okay, there's Punisher. It's a new body. It's the first time we're getting this beefier body with the added articulation. But for me, I'm very happy that Punisher can have his butterfly joints. And actually hold a weapon properly. He comes with 2 heads. The grenade as well is a nice touch. And then Bushwhacker has his very interesting interchangeable hand accessories. He can create weaponry out of his skin, essentially. That's why it does look a little bit weird. But you do get a set of interchangeable hands as well for him. And lots of weapons, of course, because it is a Punisher pack. So I like how they put the comic book influence on the back of the packaging as well. So if you wanted to, you could go out and read some issues that this pack is essentially inspired from. They've got literally a list there of the War Journal issues you can read to see Punisher and Bushwhacker fighting. Rich, is this one you're in for?
Yeah, this is one I think I am getting. I've pre-ordered it already. So this is one that I'm definitely getting. Like, I think this Punisher look, it's not the one I think we all wanted, but it still looks good. And I mean, whoever thought we'd get a Bushwhacker figure? So I'm happy to get that as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's not like the definite Punisher yet. Not yet. It's still definitely an upgrade compared to what we've got in regard to its articulation and whatnot. And I do really like the heads up we've got there. But again, I don't know. I still want that classic look for Punisher rather than the full-on black jumpsuit. But again, this is here, and I appreciate this in a year that it's an anniversary for Punisher as well, which they haven't really mentioned, but it is Punisher's anniversary. He debuted in a Spider-Man comic about 50 years ago, so they could have done more to celebrate Punisher, I think, but again, maybe they still will. Remember, we've still got PulseCon, still got New York Comic Con and all that, so maybe they will. Yeah, this Punisher's great for now, and then a brand new character to add to the line as always. And if you really don't like his gimmicky hands, you do have some regular fisted hands, and he can just be a goon on your shelf. That's all you need to know. If you don't know about him, just think he can be a goon on your shelf. But he is up for pre-order right now. I'm just having a look what the chat say in regards to if it's a exclusive elsewhere. Scotty C says it's up on Blue Owl Collectibles. Shout out Scotty C. So yeah, of course, he's helping out the UK community at the minute. So this is up for pre-order on Blue Owl Collectibles. Jay says my nan wouldn't even know who Spider-Man is. Oh wow, surely that's one of the most common characters that people would know. Let's do a show. 1 week, our theme for the show would be, does your nan know? And we will just ring round different nans to see what Marvel characters they know, all right? I think that'd be a fun show.
Better get a Ouija board out for mine, I'll tell you that.
That'll be an after dark show, that one. We'll do that one late. Oh, dear. Rich is just laughing at that veiny arm, I reckon, says Neil. Shout out Neil, Marvel Legends UK, the OG.
You're probably right.
The OG Marvel Legends UK, yeah. He said the veiny arm is very interesting, but it is also accurate to the comics as well. But look at those veins on the arms. Yeah, they're definitely veiny. But again, if you can't handle that, then don't worry. He has regular arms as well. Okay, it does look. There's no denying, people. It looks a bit weird, okay? But it is also comic accurate. So what you can do, that even the gun there looks weird, doesn't it? Like these little finger pistol. But accurate. Read the comic and you'll see for yourself. It is from the comic page. I like that blown up grenade accessory as well. Even though that was a very weak grenade, unless it's a snapshot of it just about exploding. Maybe I'm going to say that. I'm going to say the explosion gets bigger. That's just a moment in time. Otherwise, it would have been a pretty small grenade. But there you go. Again, use him as a generic goon if you want. Just pop the head off. You can put any regular head on there if you want. Just a sort of a civilian base body. So again, if you're not familiar with this character, I'm sure you're familiar with Punisher. There's still potential there in this pack to do something for the display, I'm sure. But shout out Neil for the little super chat there. I appreciate that. Thank you, Neil. Your boy's got toys. Says, what's Dan wearing today? More pajamas. Now I'm wearing nothing from the waist down. Now your boy's got toys.
Donald Duck in it, he is. He's Donald Duck in it.
That's my Donald Duck impression. I fucking nearly choked. I'm not doing that again. Cap Live says the Punisher can also double as a Marvel Knights Punisher. Gareth Ennis. Did I say that right? Gareth Ennis.
Garth Ennis.
Yeah, I can't read, so that's fine. That's why Rich laughs at me all the time.
God, this is like he created The Boys, created Preacher.
My brain, when I look at words, my brain panics and scrambles the letters around in my head. Trust me, it's a problem in life. What's Hobby saying? Hobby says he wants the animated blue suit where the Punisher had laser guns because he wasn't allowed to shoot real guns in the animated series of Spider-Man. Yeah, I think a Punisher from the animated show or even a Blade from the animated show are on the cards. Considering we got Doctor Strange and like Morbius in a pack, why not Blade and Punisher? People would have it. People would have it for sure. Okay, right. Let's have a look at your list, Rich. So shout out Rich who's put this list together. So again, this is just for the UK people, all right? Because the dates for these releases are moving around quite a bit. Now, these dates are taken from Pulse because Hasbro are the ones doing the distribution. Even the UK retailers get their distribution directly from Hasbro these days. So these dates are probably the best baseline of when things are going to start arriving. And when
if anything, this year the UK retailers have had about a week before Pulse. So
yeah,
like it might be like the week before for like the independent like Star Action figures, In Demand, Kapow, Comics and Cocktail.
Yeah, for sure. So next up, and again, people keep thinking this year that we're getting loads first. Like if it weren't for like help from people like Rich, I probably wouldn't have anything first this year because nothing's coming to the UK first this year. Canada, our friends at Canada, Collecting Troy's got everything first this year.
People like Rich. Rich only, Daniel. Rich only.
I didn't realise you wanted all the attention. As I said, I want
all the attention, Dan.
If it weren't for Rich, solely Rich, then I wouldn't have anything new to review this year. Again, look, they come in late though. You'll get yours with the Rich M label on there as well. That's how much of an influence he has on Marvel Legends these days. So yeah, UK distribution is a bit weird, but it does seem like the Professor X Warlord, is due next week. So where in that is that a Walmart exclusive in the US?
Yeah, it's some kind of exclusive.
Yeah.
I think it might be Walmart. It's the same as the Venom when there was an event where they put the two of them up on a.
Yeah, it was a Walmart collector con where this Venom went up at the same time as Warlord, whatever he says.
You've got that Venom already.
What? No. That was a custom.
Oh, right.
Custom.
Why do you review that?
It's a custom. I can't review customs.
Okay.
There
are other people apparently, not just Rich M.
No, it's just Rich M, honestly. Great custom. The Phoenix is also due next week as well, so that's pretty cool for us in the UK. Again, the US guys have already got Phoenix, so yeah, Phoenix and Warlord next week, and then a day after, for some reason, not on the same day, but the day after, it's the Wolverine, again, another Wolverine this year, and Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four pack. Are you getting that, Rich? Because I assume you've got the Dan Slott version of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, so I am, and it's just like, it's a different version of the Fantastic Four, because you've got them two, Valeria and Franklin, so it kind of like it breaks up my Fantastic Four shelf, which is just like Johnny Sue, Ben, and Reed otherwise. So yeah,
I agree. I'm going to get it as well, just because it's sort of a little bit different. At least it's a different representation of Spider-Man and Wolverine that you can put somewhere else. You know, I don't have to put them on an X-Men shelf. I can have them with the Fantastic Four. Jay in the chat is also saying that Phoenix was £35 on Amazon UK, a massive bargain compared to the £50 it's going for in other places like Pulse. So, yeah, if you want your Phoenix, I don't know if Amazon got the pricing wrong, but take advantage of it before Brandon listens to this back and then gives Amazon a call.
Yeah, if they cancel our orders now, Jay, I'm coming for you, Jay. Coming for you.
Yeah, I should have read that out loud. That's my fault. That's on me. But yeah, yeah, check out Amazon, people, for Phoenix. And then after that, it's September, where we've got the Retro Venom, the Cabal 3-pack, which is another Amazon exclusive. Again, the US have already got this. We haven't got it yet, but 1st of September. Then Scar as well on the 4th. The Sentinels 2-pack are due on the 9th. So if you've pre-ordered any of those Sentinel packs, they will get charged like this first week into September, essentially. Pulse, I don't know if you've noticed this, Rich, but do you know Pulse UK used to charge like on midnight the day things were due to deliver? Now they're taking payment like a day or two before. And it's like... It's freaking me out. Do you know, because I don't trust it at the minute. I'm like, has that happened to you yet, or is it just me?
No, yeah, I think the Luke Cage set I got off there, and it charged the day it was supposed to. Then it didn't come out for about another 4 days. Didn't post out for about another 4 days.
Justin Collects donated $4.99. Okay, I'm here. Go ahead and start over, guys.
Cheers, Justin. I appreciate that. He says he's here now, so we can start again. All right, let's go. Start the show.
Oh, welcome back to the channel.
No, we're good. We're still here. Justin. But we appreciate you're here as well. So, yeah, Sentinels, I've got a few of those box sets pre-ordered, so I need to make sure I've got some money in the bank come that first week of September. Hopefully I do, because, yeah, I want some of those Sentinels. Are you on the Sentinels? I assume you are?
Yeah, I got 2 on order.
Same as me.
So four together, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, 2-pack. So, yeah, again, they're due sooner than I expected. Then after that is the Punisher and Bushwhacker, based on the dates we got today. But again, these dates could be moved around. They could change. We don't know. Time will tell. But that's the 17th. After that is the Superior Spider-Man and the Astonishing Wolverine, due on the same day, on the 18th. The movie Venom to go along with that movie Carnage, which is already out now in the UK. I didn't get that one though, Rich. I skipped that one. I might backtrack at some point, but I skipped that. Did you?
No, because the Sony verse is my favorite of all the verses.
Did you really get it?
Yeah, I got that pre-ordered.
I didn't see if you pictured it. You got the Carnage already?
I don't think mine's dispatched yet, but I have got it ordered. Didn't it come out yesterday or something?
No, the Carnage has been out weeks.
I haven't got mine yet.
That's what I'm saying. I've not seen your post or show us off, so I'm like, what else we got? Rogue Destiny and the Doctor Strange 2-packs, both of them are Amazon. Deadpool, Colossus, Hulkbuster, Strange, all October. So October looks like it's going to hit big towards the end of the month. And then the last couple of things are November. So that list there, screenshot it if you want, because that is everything currently up for pre-order with their current estimated dates. Again, I use the word estimated as you just don't know.
If you look from that list, like Warbird and I think Superior Spider-Man should have been out by now, and they both got pushed back.
Yeah.
Whereas Man-Thing did get moved up a day. Hooray! Hooray for Man-Thing.
Yeah, for sure. So cool. All right then, let's do this. So I've got quite a lot of that on pre-order, so I need to make sure I've got some money in the bank. But it's been again, we're only in August, so there's still lots more stuff to come that we don't know about. And again, go and check out my interview with Dan Yoon for maybe a few little tidbits. Right, so let's go back to this list here. So this we got last week. We got to Silver Surfer last week, Rich. So we did 45 out of 161.
Yeah, but we can stop after the single cards, can't we?
Of course.
How many single cards are there?
So it stops at Red Skull. It stops at 90. So yeah, we're trying.
That's halfway.
Yeah. So we get up to. So we ended perfectly last week on the halfway mark in regards to the single carded characters. So yeah, go and check out last week if you want to see us recapping this Marvel series. Basically, all we're doing is having a casual conversation about the characters that appeared on this card back. Because of course it's this guy who got us talking about it in the first place, with the new style packaging. And just thinking, would it be a good idea to get that character in Marvel Legends form based off the character design that's on the card, or based off what we already have available to us? Does that character need an upgrade? What is the best way to go about it? So again, just a general conversation about these characters. So let's start off nice and easy here with Storm. We've got a lot of Marvel Legends Storms, but I don't think we've got this particular look for Storm, right? Not that she's
no, 100% not. And this version of Storm, I would want more than any other version of Storm, because this is kind of like her Toy Biz figure was in this costume, so it didn't have the short hair like she's got here. It had the more Mark Silvestri like out back hair, where she had like a rock chick hair. So it's like a mullet type of thing, yeah. But this version is one I would like. So get interchangeable heads on Storm in this costume. That's what I would want. You get the short head version and that version as well. This is like post-extinction agenda hair Storm. There was like Jim Lee art and it's like Strong Guy and Polaris and Jubilee on the team, but it never really happened. There was like the Muir Island saga, and then we went straight into the gold and blue era of the X-Men. So it's kind of like a lost look for Storm with the shorter hair, but she had the long hair for ages in the Outback, and I love this costume. And again, it was the first ever female Marvel figure made by Toy Biz of an X-Man, Storm, in this look, so we 100% need this.
Yeah, like in a new Marvel Legends update. Again, it's not, I don't think I've read too much with this look, so it's not one of those most recognizable looks for Storm for me, not my mind's eye, as we say, but it's still very familiar all at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like, and Storm's changes her hairstyle so much, even while she's wearing the same outfit. Sometimes you can just, like you said, get a couple of heads and head swap and stuff like that, and create different particular runs or story arcs of the costume design. But I do like Storm in the black as well. Like the white outfit is always like the animated version for me, but in the comics I do like the black and gold, because she wears a lot of black and gold when she's in Wakanda a lot as well, and I read quite a bit of that.
So in your head, is Storm's like Jim Lee costume, is it white, is it black, or is it silver, Dan?
No, it's white. It's white. In my head.
I think it's silver.
I think because the Toy Biz figure was silver as well, not white. So Toy Biz obviously got their reference from Hasbro from Marvel at the time. So I do think that in the comics, the white was meant to be silver, but it's hard to interpret that on the comic page. So obviously the animated show just did white with the highlights and the cel shading, animated cel shading. So I agree. I think it's the animated show that made us think, oh, the costume's white. But if you're reading comics, it was always meant to be silver. So I don't disagree with that by any means. But again, that's why in my head I think animated Storm is the white costume. That's like my Jim Lee mind's eye look of that team. And then in the comics, I actually like her like black sort of Outback sort of. The one we got in the 2-pack with who did she come in the 2-pack with? The Thunderbird, right?
Giant size costume.
Giant size, yes, the giant size one. Yes, I like that black outfit. I like that Marvel Legend as well, to be fair. So she's floating somewhere on the display with her electric hands, and her hair's all out in a mess. And we need Queen of Wakanda Storm as well. I think that's a good story for Storm. So let's keep going. Next up, another X-Man, and a character we've sort of had this year with Angel, but this is Archangel. So we've had him single packed a few years ago during that sort of Apocalypse Builder figure wave, where we actually got an extra piece for the Apocalypse Builder figure with it. Do you remember? We got like that claw, and we don't really get stuff like we don't really get stuff like that anymore, do we? Where another figure down the line comes with something to enhance something we already have. Like back then, they used to do it a little bit. I know we got like apology heads in the past and different things like that, but we've never really got extra Builder figure parts attached to another figure really. So that was an interesting way to do it. But that figure, as nice as it is, it's on a Bucky Cat body, isn't it? So I do think this character design is worthy of an update. I think people would like it as well. Of course, you could do the X-Force version of this too. We've just had Angel.
I would like Archangel, but the version I would like is in the blue. So not like the red costume we had for Angel. I want him in like the blue costume, but with the metallic wings.
Yeah.
And then like the blue face and the hair. And then he can like go off with Psylocke and have the little romance in the Hellfire Club. I loved Archangel and Psylocke. We're like my WTP as a teenager, Dan. I loved Betsy and Warren together. And then they both went off to other people. But they were my Ross and Rachel, Dan, they were. And No more.
They're currently on a break, it seems.
Very long break.
But so you're saying if they released a new version of Archangel with a new updated pinless body, some new fancy wings, you'll be in?
Yeah, I love Warren Worthington. I think he's a great character. So yeah, I would be in for any version of Warren. If they did this again, I would buy it, but I would prefer that blue look for an Archangel.
This packaging is pretty hefty. I do think if the wings collapsed on themselves and folded up, you could put an Archangel in this packaging for sure. So yeah, I quite like the idea too. I do think it's an upgrade that we would... Again, we have the character represented in the display, of course we do, but he's one of those that I think people would appreciate an upgrade in 2024 for sure, or 2025 now. Thor's another interesting one, because he's obviously an OG Avenger, and he's had different looks, but I still don't think in Marvel Legends we've got like the definitive perfect Thor. Like, we've got some decent Thors, but I think with what Legends can do currently, there's definitely some opportunity there to upgrade Thor. Do you agree? Like, Thor can be upgraded based on what we've currently got.
Yeah, you can definitely update Thor, but I don't know if you need him, like, because we've already had this look with the Destroyer.
Yeah, this is the Eric Madison one, right?
Yeah, I just don't think we need it, like, quite yet. I mean, I like this look for Thor, but yeah, it wouldn't be one that I would need on that packaging.
Yeah, for sure. I do think Thor is one of those, like, the best version of Thor I think we got is in the 80th, is it the 80th or the 20th? Was it the 80th anniversary line where they got the Alex Ross versions of Yeah, okay, so that's probably the best version of Thor we got, and then we got that re-released as the Ragnarok version of Thor in that sort of deluxe packaging with the robot pieces. It was basically the same figure, wasn't it? And to this day, I think that's probably the best comic Thor representation we have on the shelf. But again, that itself was like 4 plus years ago now. So I do think...
And of the big three of the Avengers, he's the only one who hasn't been updated to pinless yet. Exactly. Like, you can get a pinless Iron Man, you can get a pinless Captain America, but you can't get a pinless Thor yet.
Exactly. So I do think Thor is a character. And again, this packaging is perfectly built for those bigger characters. So if they were going to continue this sort of theme and this box size, a bigger, chunkier Thor in the new pinless mold, and give us that sort of more definitive Thor. Again, we're adding characters for that original Avengers this year. We've got the Wasp and Giant Man. We're getting Giant Man by the end of the year. We've got the Gold Iron Man, and so I'd love to build like a very accurate looking original Avengers team. So I think a new updated Thor would be welcomed for sure. Let's keep going. Quasar. Now, we have Quasar, but not this look, right? I'm trying to... Or is it the look we've got? It looks very different to the version we've got. Maybe
we haven't got this version of Quasar, but again, this is not a version I would want of Quasar. This is more like a Captain Marvel tribute costume.
Yeah, it looks familiar, but then not at the same time. Like, I just turned to look at my Quasar, and he is wearing the blue and red and stuff like that, but it's just... I don't know, it's a little bit different there. I like how the cosmic cape on the inside is a little bit cosmic, but he definitely doesn't have that face sock on, that Gambit-style face sock. He's got the quantum bands on. But yeah, I don't think it's a version of Quasar that's anyone's clamouring for. I think we've got a decent Quasar on the shelf. It wasn't even that long ago, was it? It was like a Walmart. Was it one of the last Walmart exclusives? Yeah.
Yeah, and the four cosmic figures they did, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, let's keep going from Quasar then. Moving down to Brown Suit Wolverine now. Lots of conversation, as essentially we've already got that, but with different head and hands this week with the Strange Tales Wolverine version. As it is that costume, it is basically the boots and the brown and the sort of, it's more of a mustard than it is yellow, isn't it? It's like brown and mustard. So if this one came with an interchangeable Wolverine head, it would essentially been another opportunity to get a brown suit Wolverine, but obviously we didn't get the option to get the extra head in there. But they did show off on the very last day of San Diego Comic-Con a new pinless brown suit Wolverine that seems to be on the new X-Men VHS, not VHS, the X-Men X97 body, which is probably the best Wolverine body we've got available to us now. I just think that brown is a little bit lighter. Do you know the one they showed off at San Diego?
It's a bit of a lighter. It's more orangey, I think. It is. It's different to this.
Yeah.
But it's more. evocative of the Secret War figure, which was kind of like that plasticky toy look of like the 80s. So I can see what they're doing with it, and it gives them an excuse next year to release this version again, like with a more like darker color palette, like Wolverine in his solo series type of look.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the brown on that Wolverine they revealed should have been a little bit darker for my liking. As I said earlier, I sold my Juggernaut Wave Wolverine ages ago in anticipation for an updated brown suit, but everything we've got after that, even the one that came on the grey retro card, it was like a lighter shade of brown. And then even now, this new one they showed off at Comic-Con, which we're assuming is Secret Wars, but until it gets shown, we don't know for sure. Again, it's another lighter shade of brown. So again, I like this card where it's like a darker brown, like a mustard. So yeah,
maybe that's why we've had like Brood Wolverine and now a Helverine on these. Like they just trying to use that body up before they give us like a new version.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's an interesting one. So again, go and check out my review for the I've changed the panel, haven't I? Go and check out my review anyway. I do compare the different brown suit Wolverines that I have open, so you can see that they're all slightly different. Like all the shades of orange or yellow and browns are all slightly different. So it's hard to do some swapping. But again, hopefully you can. Hopefully that one with Secret Wars turns out all right. But we'll find out soon. Next up, Cyclops. Now, talking of retro cards, this one actually got released on the orange retro card, right? Would you refer to this as the X Factor Cyclops?
Yeah, this is X Factor Cyclops. But the thing is with this, right, is because X Factor Cyclops, it was always like the closed helmet look. He didn't have his hair out, like in this version that I remember it, like I remember in the comic books. So that's the only thing with this, is like, it's a bit. I think he did. I think he did have it at the end because they changed costume just before the end of the X Factor costume, and then he had his hair out in that. So I think just before that he did have this, but I prefer the other look. But put him in a 2-pack with a red Marvel girl, and I'll be there.
Yeah, that's what we talked about on the first part of this topic, is with Jean Grey and what her look with the big X on her. The version without the hair showing is the one we got, right? We just got the That's what we got in the retro card. So we have technically got this in Legends form. We got the blast effect as well, which is a nice little display piece. But again, Cyclops now is worthy of a better body. So I'm sure that there's potential to release like an X Factor sort of team multi-pack of some type, because of multiple characters wore similar costumes just with the different colours and whatnot. So I wouldn't put it past them to release a different version of this down the line. Like you said, maybe in a 2-pack with Marvel Girl. So yeah, potential there, but not one we particularly need. If you want it, you can get it. Nick Fury. Now, the card looks like he's wearing a black outfit, but I just think that's the cel shading, and it's just a darker blue, essentially. But we've got Nick Fury on this year in the 3-pack with Nick Fury Jr. Or Dum Dum Dugan, because I guess you can switch between the two, and Sharon Carter. Now, you only got Sharon Carter from that set, right? You didn't feel the need to get a new Nick Fury?
No, didn't need any of the ones. I'm happy with my Sharon. So yeah. But again, this is, I suppose, a different look for Nick Fury if you do with like the yellow accents rather than the white.
Yeah.
But do we need this?
No, we don't. As I said, we've got that 3-pack version, which is solid. And again, you have the interchangeable heads as well, so you can have Nick Fury Jr. or Nick Fury Sr., which is the perfect way to do it, rather than releasing them twice, the same thing twice, essentially, with a different head. That was the best way to do it. And then you also got Dum Dum Dugan on that slightly bulkier body, and then the Sharon Carter costume that not many people wanted, but it works. It's fine. It's still on that updated sort of Black Widow-esque altered body, so it works.
It's better with the longer hair. Yeah. I don't like the bun head look.
It's the shoulders revealed. Like, I know they're not inaccurate, but I just would have preferred the full-on white, because she appears more in the comics with the full-on white uniform, and that one with the shoulders missing is just very much that one story arc, isn't it? So that was my only nitpick with the Sharon Carter. Otherwise, it's completely pinless, double jointed elbows on the new female body. So yeah, not really a complaint, just a small little nitpick. But we do not need a new Nick Fury. We've just got one, and I do think the one we've got is a big upgrade compared to the Dirk Anger version we got in the Giant. I think it was the Giant Man wave back in the day for Civil War. Next up, Hulk. So Hulk, just like Thor, Rich, I do think is one of those A-list characters that they haven't got right yet. Do you know, like, in the comics, one of his special moves is the big Thor clap, right? Or the big Hulk clap, sorry. None of the Marvel Legends can do that because the butterfly joint is, like, backwards. Now, I know they do that to sort of appreciate the aesthetic from the front so that it doesn't have lines and cuts all over his big exposed chest. Like, I understand the design choice in that. But I think this day and age, I think they can hide it within maybe the musculature of a bigger, bulkier body and give Hulk... Like, I'd love to have the pose Hulk up on the shelf where he's, like, proper crushing someone. Because, again, that's something you see in the comics quite regularly, where he's literally got someone and he's, like, crushing them, or even doing the full the Hulk clap. So I still think we could get a better Hulk with better upper body articulation. Is that just a nitpick for me, or do you feel the same way?
No, I agree. And I think as well, the way they've been updating everyone to pinless, I would say the most overlooked, like, body type is the bigger characters. I think, like, the Bass and the Deluxe, they've just been using the same bits. They maybe updated an elbow and a knee here and there, but nothing has been, like, fully pinless yet, and nothing has had the full range of motion that I think the regular line has now got for, like, both the males and the females. There's regular figures that you can get fully pinless in. You can't with the bigger characters, and of all of them, Hulk would be the best one to use it on. Because, I mean, like, he's bare-chested, and he's only got, like, his trousers on. So it's a good way to do it. I would like to see more of a 90s smart Hulk with, like, the wife beater, because I think that's the Hulk look we're missing. We've got lots of, like, classic Hulks, shirtless Hulks, red Hulks. Like, we're covered the full range of Hulks, I think, but I think the 90s one is the version that's missing. But again, yeah, if there's a character they're going to do an update, articulation scheme on, Hulk would be a good one. And on this size packaging, you could get away with pulling it in a wave, I think.
Yeah, mate, I think a smart Hulk would go really well. Now you're mentioning that, I do think what's more important to our current collection, I think a smart Hulk is. Like you said, we've got plenty of green, regular style Hulks to choose from. Like, can they improve upon that? Of course they can. But in regards to filling those gaps in our collection, I think Smart Hulk is a bigger want for the overall community. So I agree. I think a Smart Hulk would be a wiser choice. But Hulk's, like, look in the comics, depending on the artist, is usually always very the same, very similar, apart from the head. His head is always drawn a little bit different. So I do think if they are going to release a new Hulk, the body in that can be very generic with the ripped trousers and the exposed chest and all of that. But then they can give us a couple of different head sculpts that represent different eras and times. You know, because his head in, like, the original Avengers is, like, pretty squashed and pretty square, isn't it? But then, like, here, it's a bit more narrow. It's a bit more, like, humanish. So, like, I do think if they're going to give us a new Hulk, just put in a few different style heads so people can pick their preference and their favourite era. Because other than that, apart from the face design, the body's always very, very samey. But yeah, potential there. But Smart Hulk is a great idea there for Rich. Captain America, again, another A-list Avenger. We've got a cap already. You can pose just like that with the ricocheting bullets. Everyone loved that, didn't they? People loved getting a Captain America shield with holes. People loved it. They were like, yes, Captain America shield that you can't use to scoop up water with. But I still think, Rich, as much as I think we've got some great Captain Americas, as in whether it be the 80th or the 20th, or even the Ultimate Captain Americas, which is a decent one, I still think we could get like that 20th anniversary Captain America upgraded a little bit with that pinless tech, like, right? There's still room for a cap to get upgraded a bit.
100%, and they did it with that ultimate cap. It's so good, and the articulation on that one is brilliant. And I think, yeah, just like Hulk, Thor, and Cap of the Avengers could all do with being on that, like, updated bodies. I think of all of them. Because I think Iron Man is there. I think we've had a couple of pinless Iron Mans now. But definitely Cap. Definitely Cap is what we need.
Yeah, I agree. I do think there's still room for improvement. Don't get me wrong. We've got some great Marvel Legend caps. But I do think we haven't got the classic-looking Steve Rogers with the pinless tech and all that yet. So I do think we will get there. Of course we will. But there's room. And again, put him on this card. He's an A-list character. You always need a few A-list characters in a wave. So... yeah, I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine getting a classic cap with the pinless tech, some few accessories, etc. Always give us the unmasked Steve head as well. Even give us this little girl accessory so you can have someone to rescue on the shelf. Kingpin. Now we have.
He's a thick boy, but there, isn't he, Dan?
Yeah,
look at him.
You could probably barely fit him in this box. To be fair, the box is pretty wide, but yeah, this is a very like short and stumpy Kingpin. Again, another character depending on what era of the comics you're reading, his proportions change quite a bit, but he's always a big chunky guy.
He's not short, but he's like as tall as the window.
No, but I mean like stumpy.
Huge.
You know what I mean? Like he's got the shorter legs in comparison to the rest of his body. Like look at his legs.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? Like stumpy.
Yeah.
I just meant like
long body, little legs.
Yeah. I meant short as
like a Robin Redbreast.
Yeah, like just stumpy is what I meant. A Kingpin, comic Kingpin. Now we got the Build-A-Figure, right? And then that Build-A-Figure was then repainted as the Spider-Man retro card, which is literally is on the wall right there. There it is. Just got a re-release, by the way, as well. Shout out Blue.
Iron Man wall going on now as well.
Well, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I ain't got room for all of the Iron Man, but I just thought I'd put a little bit there. That's all. But yeah, I need to move all this out of the way. But yeah, Spider-Man's continuing over here. Anyway, Kingpin. Could they do a new comic Kingpin? Do we need it? Is my point.
I think they could, but it's just going to be hard. It's going to be hard to pull off. I think it would have to be a deluxe figure if they're going to do it justice in this scale. Otherwise, what's the point? They might as well just use the one we've got. It's not like there's a load of different Kingpin looks out. You could do the Into the Spider-Verse Kingpin, who's like an absolute beast. He's like a massive body with like just a tiny head.
The people that are asking are quite a lot about the Spider-Verse villains, because obviously all the redesigns, like from the first film, you had the female Doc Ock, then you had the weird Scorpion with the actual Scorpion legs, right? It looked like something out of what was that? Wild West, that thing at the end.
Wild West.
What a tune, by the way. What a tune. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want that. What a tune. Anyway, I could just want to
that wasn't a reference I was expecting to pull tonight. Wild West and everything.
Do you know Will Smith turned down them being Neo in the Matrix to go and do Wild West? Crazy. Anyway,
Will Smith has made some terrible film choices in his career.
Yeah, crazy. Hang on. So Kingpin, is it like you said? They can definitely do a new one, but how would they do it? They'd have to make a new body. Like, there's no point just re-releasing the one we've already got. We've got it twice. So if they were going to do a Kingpin, it would have to be a new body, and it would depend on what era or what comic they're looking at the time. I don't know. He's a hard one to execute, but as long as it's a big guy in a white suit and a little cane, I think it'll be fine. He is popular.
Someone was calling the Disney Plus Kingpin that we just had last year. They were calling it Ozempic Kingpin. And I thought that was quite funny because he just the proportions are just not right, are they? They're just a bit off with it.
What's the actor's name called again? I forget. I feel like I should know that.
Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah. It wasn't because again, he's not like the size of Kingpin. So in the show, they film it from certain angles and make him look like a bigger. So yeah, I think the figure, it wasn't even a great representation of the on-screen version. But anyway,
but Daredevil TV shows next year, I'm sure we'll get a better version of that. Hopefully,
I still need to watch Echo.
It can't be worse.
He's in Echo,
I haven't watched Echo, so I couldn't tell.
I haven't watched. Why haven't I watched Echo? It's technically an MCU thing. It's just shows you. Look, I'm an MCU guy. Not even I watched Echo. That shows you like. I will watch it.
I didn't watch Echo. I never finished Secret Invasion either. I just give up on that.
Do you care about Agatha Harkness?
Yes, 100%. Agatha all along. Next one. We were watching WandaVision because Gary has never seen it, so we were watching that. Like, I
like WandaVision. Yeah, I like WandaVision, but
I think Catherine Hahn is so great, and it's like Agatha in the comic books is not really like that.
Yeah, I know. She's like a babysitter, ain't she? Yeah.
Yeah, she's come back. They've like revamped her a bit now to obviously try and like with the Agatha hype from Disney Plus series. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And I think it's got the same creative team. it should be a bit of fun, I think. I don't need it to tie into the bigger Marvel universe. I don't need it to reflect the comic books, but to see Catherine Hahn playing Agatha again, hopefully singing more songs, I am there for it, Dan. That's what I am there for this September.
I realised what a stupid question that was. Of course you are. Of course you are.
Of course I am.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll catch up on all of this stuff. That's
it's got Patty LuPone's in it as well. Patty LuPone's in it. Come on.
I'm out the loop. I'll watch Echo first. In the chat, John's saying that Echo is some of the best storytelling in the entire MCU. So I did like the Echo sort of story within Hawkeye. So it's nothing against Echo. I just haven't got round to watching it. Yeah,
I liked Echo, but I think because they dropped it all at once, it kind of got lost.
Yeah.
So I never really got back around to it. It's not like Secret Invasion. I'm never gonna go watch again because that was the biggest pile of shit that I've ever seen.
That had so much.
It was a terrible show. Based off the comic,
and even like Samuel Jackson and was it Mads Mikkelsen? No, it wasn't. Was it? Who's the actor that plays the Skrull? Oh, anyway, the point is the cast and the story that could have been something good. And it just wasn't. And so, yeah, that was very disappointing. But anyway, we don't need a Kingpin. Sabretooth. We've just got a Sabretooth this year, Rich. People seem very happy with it. Does this card not resemble the one we've just got in the 2-pack with Logan?
This one doesn't. You know, this is my favourite look for Sabretooth, which everyone loved when he was in the Bone Breaker wave. How dare they make little Sabretooth as
this is little Sabretooth. He looks big.
He's hench you because this is like the more updated design. But when he first appeared, he was kind of like this life Sabretooth, jumpy, agile character who fought like Iron Fist. So I loved that Bone Breaker wave Sabretooth. Everyone else hated it. So I mean, I suppose if they did it again, I would buy it because this is my favorite look for Sabretooth. Put it in a 2-pack with first appearance Betsy, but I don't need it on this card. Thank you very much.
This does not look like that Sabretooth to me. This looks like a hencher, beefier Sabretooth. This looks closer to the Jim Lee one than it does the first appearance version.
Yeah, this is like an in-between version.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've just got a good Sabretooth that I think people are very happy with. I do expect to see the Sabretooth we got in that Wolverine pack at the end of the year in people's top 10s. I know some people have already started doing midway top 10s, and Sabretooth popped up in a few of them. So, yeah, I still haven't opened my Wolverine Logan and Sabretooth 2-pack. It was one that I was saving to review, but then the time has passed and there's no point doing it now, so I may as well just fucking open it. But it's still upstairs on my table, so I'll get it open. Magneto. Now, Magneto's an A-list character. I'm sure people would always appreciate a new opportunity to get him. Do we desperately need him? I'm going to go with a no, Rich. We've just got one in the X-Men 97 retro card, or card back. I keep saying retro when it's not retro. You know what I mean? Which is pinless. And it's a great representation of this particular look, which they adapted for the animated show. So the one before that was the Family Matters 3-pack, and that was an upgrade from that. So I don't think we desperately need a new Magneto anytime soon in the Marvel Legends line. I think he's got some good representation in plastic.
I think he does, but he's Magneto in this look is like a mainstay of the line. So I think to bring in new collectors, they can always update it, that kind of thing. I don't think we need it on this card. Like I said, this card should be either new characters or looks we haven't had, but we've had this. But again, I wouldn't mind seeing an updated Magneto with a bearded face, from his Fatal Attraction when Professor X has wiped his head, an Acolytes pack with Magneto in the center with Exodus, Fabian Cortez, Frenzy, and Colossus in his Acolyte uniform. That would be a good 5-pack. Do that, Hasbro. Do an Acolyte 5-pack.
Yeah, I spoke to Dan about the concept of more complete teams in a box. But again, as you can imagine, very logistical answer from Dan. Go and check out the interview.
He didn't say, yes, Generation X is out next February, Dan, did he?
Confirm it. He wouldn't
that answer.
No. Venom. Now, Venom, I've just seen, this week, Rich is getting a new ongoing series with an updated costume and a new host of the symbiote. Don't know who the host is or anything like that, but I know the design is a little bit more gold and black, right, for Venom, I think.
Did you see the candidates they put up for the Venom series?
I didn't see the candidates.
It was Luke Cage, Madame Mask, and then 2 other people, but I think it's obviously got to be Luke Cage. It's got to be Luke Cage.
With the gold, with the
yellow and black. Because it's got that gold.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's Luke Cage.
Luke
That's
Cage as the new Venom in the comics. Very interesting. I don't think it's a good idea, but again, I suppose
it's just for like a little story arc, because Black Widow has had one of the symbiotes lately as well. She's like got a symbiote at the moment.
Symbiotes for everybody in the comics at the minute. It has to. Now you say that, look, with the yellow and black, who else? That's how you merge the two characters.
I can't even remember who the other two were, but I was just thinking, it can't be Madam Mask. But I was like, oh, but then that could be a switch. It could be Madam Mask, because it could be like a symbiote, like disguising her. So it could be, but I'm thinking it's Luke Cage. I think it's Luke Cage. Just from the way his uniform's styled.
I don't see why they'd need to put a female in the Venom costume when there's other female symbiotes out there. Like, it just feels unnecessary, because usually when females wear the Venom suit, they don't refer to them as Venom, do they? It's like She-Venom or whatever. So the fact that it's just Venom and they're labeling it as just Venom makes me think it's probably more likely Luke Cage.
It's 2024, Dan. Women can be independent ladies. They could be a Venom if they want to, right?
Of course. No discrimination. If you want to be a Venom, be a Venom. I'm just saying, based off what Marvel have done in the past. Anyway. Fuck it. It's a female Venom. There we go. Galactus. Rich. Now, obviously, Galactus is never going to fit in this box, all right? But just a question for you, right? Just a question while we're on Galactus. Obviously, we've got the Marvel Legend behind us. Epic, biggest Marvel Legend in history. Great figure. Great addition to the collection. Would they ever do a different scale Galactus? Just think, the first one we got was a Build-A-Figure. Would they ever do a 6-inch or 7-inch version of Galactus?
I don't think they would, but you know what they could do? They could just put his head in there for the people who missed out on that Galactus. Just the head. But not this head, the Doom head! That's what everyone wants. Galactus is Doom head.
Only Jesse Falcon wanted that Doom head, and because he has influence and sway, he made it happen. Rich, you do display your Galactus.
I do display it with the Doom head.
Of course you do.
I just think it's so fucking stupid. It's the most stupidest thing they've ever done.
Waste of. They could have used the plastic they used on that Doom head to make another Herald of Galactus. We still don't have Airwalker. Do you know what I mean? Make it Airwalker rather than a Doom. Anyway, we've moaned about that already. But genuine question though: do you reckon Marvel Legends will ever do Galactus again? But in a smaller scale, because his scale, obviously he's always massive, but he does fluctuate. So like, if they released a 7-inch, 8-inch Build-A-Figure size Galactus, which is probably a little bit too small, but you know what I mean, if they did it because they can, would people buy it? Would you want it?
I could see them doing a different type of Galactus. So I think if the Fantastic Four movie has, like, as rumored, Galactus appears in that,
do you reckon it'll be a cloud?
Yeah, no, not the Fox version, like the proper version. I could see them doing that, or maybe this made to order thing. But I just think it's too soon to go back and do Galactus. I think people would be like, like.
I only say that because obviously the Sentinel was a HasLab, and now we've just got the 2 packs of the Sentinels, and I know it's different. Like, they're taking inspiration from different forms of media and all of that. But I'm just saying Galactus does fluctuate his size in the comics, and he is a A-list character in regards to villains, I'd say. So,
and Hasbro like money, so
Hasbro like money. He's about to pop up as a villain in the MCU. He's going to be in the Zeitgeist a little bit more. So I'm just saying.
I never say never, but I don't think next year. I don't think in the next 12 months we'll see a Galactus.
Question for the chat then. Just answer yes or no as we're talking here. Just curious. I'm just genuinely just curious. If Hasbro released like just say an 8-inch. A version of Galactus that would fit in this box, like the Death's Head box. So there's Death's Head size. If they did a Galactus at this scale, just because, do you want it? Would you buy it? Would it interest you? Just curious. Let us know, yes or no. Hits or misses in the chat. You know how to play this game. Genuinely just curious what the community feel on that one. Let's keep going. We're definitely into the villains now. If you didn't know, because moving down is a villain we absolutely need. I don't understand, Rich, how we haven't got him yet. People think it's politics are involved in everything. I don't know if that's the case, but in regards to the Marvel character being represented in plastic, it is a character I would like to add to my current collection. The last one we got was in the sort of 2 packs, wasn't it? Back in the face-off 2 packs.
Yeah.
We got a variant in like a red and a green, I think. But we need a new one. We need a new one. A Mandarin. It should have happened this year already, Rich. You've heard me complain already about this one. We got the Spider-Man retro card. we got a green character, but it wasn't Mandarin. They gave us She-Hulk instead, and She-Hulk's great, don't get me wrong, but in regards to characters that are known for wearing green, that also appeared in that show, this guy was at the damn top. I don't understand how we've not got him yet, Rich. We need a Mandarin, right?
Yeah, I mean, he is, I think for everyone who grew up in the 90s, he is like the arch nemesis of Iron Man as well from the cartoon. But the version I want is animated Mandarin with the green skin and the armor and all the rings on his finger.
Yeah.
Like, we've had this version in the articulation of this would be rubbish. It would just be like the long flowing cape, the long flowing robes. Like, it wouldn't be good. I want that version of Mandarin. I don't want this one again. I want green skinned Mandarin. That's what I want.
Yeah, no, I agree, Mom. Because of that show, again, my introduction to so many characters were through the 90s animated shows. So my mind's eye of Mandarin is the Iron Man animated series version. And that's what I thought we were going to get this year. When we knew we were going to get an Iron Man wave, I think all of us sat back as Ryan Ting was announcing the figures at that convention, going, well, clearly, he's saving the Mandarin for last. Of course he is. Everyone watch, he's about to reveal the Mandarin. Look. Oh, wait, he didn't. Everyone was shocked. So maybe that we will get another a retro card, Iron Man retro card single pack. Do you know, occasionally, like Dan Yoon talked about it in my interview, like now those cards are in the library, all of them are fair game to just occasionally release a figure here and there. So Hasbro, let's amend from that mistake of skipping the Mandarin from that original set of 6 and give us a Mandarin, all right? Put it on the Iron Man retro card as well. That'd be a nice touch. I know Jay in the chat would be very happy about it. Alexi, though, who speaks for the people, remember, Alexi speaks for all of us. He says, nah, nobody wants a Mandarin. So, Hasbro, you heard it.
You don't like a Mandarin. You love it when she's out, don't know.
No, I don't like it when Amanda's in. No, it's true. She can hear me. She can hear me as well. She's probably, what the hell is he on about? Yeah, no, I like it when Amanda's out. Amanda's out, I'm in. Just regarding the Galactus real quick, let's just jump up to the Galactus. Where's the chat? There was a lot of no's, Rich. Oh, again, there was no right or wrong answer to that. I don't really have an opinion on it either, to be honest. I was just curious, and it was like misses. So a miss from Your Boys Got Toys. Jamie says a Secret Wars Galactus would be good on a retro card. Would be like a bed. Yeah, they did do a massive Marvel Ultimate or Marvel Universe Galactus on a retro card. They did a Sentinel like that as well, and the retro card was, well, the card back was massive. But nah, they're not re-releasing that Sentinel or Galactus in that style again. I'm pretty confident. Christopher Allen says no. Elijah says no. Compulsive Collector says no. Uncle Rizzo says no. Home Dude says yes. Home Dude would have one. Kev's Collectible says miss, but hit if they made the older one that was 12 or 14 inches, like the Build-A-Figure. We did talk about the possibility of a 12-inch Sentinel with Dan Yoon on my interview. Again, if you haven't watched the interview, go and listen to the man himself. But I do sort of tell him, look, the community wants a 12-inch Sentinel, all right? Putting it out there. Okay, yeah, so as we expected, Rich, no one wants that. But whether the people want it or not, I want a Mandarin. But like Rich says, I would prefer an animated. Let's go to the next page. This episode is sponsored by Tumblr. I don't know if anyone still uses Tumblr, but that's
where, still a thing.
Look, that's where all these images are. I shout out whatever user uploaded these. Thank you very much. You've made this show much easier for me. Right, Rich. The Chameleon. The Chameleon.
You don't want this look, do you? You don't want this.
No. This is just an opportunity for me to just once again campaign about the retro carded Spider-Man Chameleon. Now, granted, in the comics, Chameleon isn't as colourful as what we've seen on the animated show. The animated show is definitely a very unique look, but like I just mentioned, my mind's eye of a lot of these characters were from my introductions from the animated show. I've got a whole wall of Spider-Man cards that is so full now, I've literally had to start going over on this side as well. But don't you worry, people. No one's worrying, but I have made room for Chameleon, right?
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
See, Rich was worrying. I knew he was. You could see the sweats on his face. Retro, to be honest,
I think that's Greece.
After all of this, I still think we're going to get Chameleon on a VHS. I have a feel, because when I want something really badly, usually it doesn't happen the exact way I want it. So the fact that I want a Chameleon, go on.
I think you were just looking in completely the wrong direction, Dan.
Okay.
Because there is still probably going to be the second best Marvel movie of the year to come this year. And who is in that movie?
No.
Chameleon! The best movie of the year was, of course, Madam Web. I'm referring to, no, not Wolverine and Deadpool. But yeah, Chameleon and Craven, Pietro, like that crossover.
I know they're brothers, ain't they? Yeah, they're brothers. Chameleon.
Russell Crowe in it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you can do a whole wave. Can't wait for that show.
Nobody.
Craven show.
Hasbro, for the love of God, please ignore that Craven movie. Just ignore it. Pretend it doesn't exist like the rest of us are going to do, all right?
What if it's the best thing ever?
But it's not going to be, is it? Like,
did they do a Craven cut? I'm going to get a Craven cut out.
Oh, no, don't start that campaign. The actor, like, he's already been in the MCU anyway. What's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, he's already been. He's Quicksilver already. Like, so that's confusing as it is. And apparently he was rumored to be in the lineup for the next James Bond as well, which I don't know. I've seen him in that. What was that movie where they were on the train with Brad Pitt? He was on that as like
Bullet
a hitman.
Train?
Yeah, Bullet Train. He was on Bullet Train as a bit of a hitman. And you know what? I've seen that going, maybe he could be a bit of a James Bond, maybe. I see him more so as James Bond than I do as a Craven the Hunter, that is for sure. I did watch the trailer because people kept talking about Rhino in the trailer. Spoiler alert, Rhino's in the trailer. And I will say, I will give it one piece of positiveness. Their Rhino looked better than the Spider-Man 2 version, like the Andrew Garfield version of Rhino. They did Rhino better than that version, just from what I've seen in the trailer. But I have no intentions of, anyway, you're getting me off the point, Rich, all right? I'm trying to campaign for an animated Chameleon here. Now, if they did a comic Chameleon in this suit and gave us lots of interchangeable heads, as long as it's on the new, as long as it's on the new pinless body and stuff like that, I'm sure people would be fine with it. But just for me, I can only speak for myself. Unlike Alexi, I do not speak for the community. I just speak for me. I want animated Chameleon. And I do think there are a small portion of people out there that would also be with me on that bandwagon. So fingers crossed for an animated Chameleon on a retro card. I did tell Dan Yoon directly. He just laughed at me. So I don't know if it's on the books or not. VHSs, there are still rumours there could be a VHS. There may be a clue behind me about potential Spider-Man figures coming out. So I just hope, Rich. I don't need Chameleon on this card. Don't need him on this. Put him on the Spider-Man card, and I'll be very happy. Very happy. What would you prefer, Rich? Just like honestly for your collection, do you care?
Madam Web?
No. Sorry, in regards to Chameleon, like, do you care? Like,
no, I would want cartoon version. Okay. The thing is, Chameleon can be anyone.
Of course he can.
But and this look, I always thought was a bit shit with like the blooming dressing gown. I never really liked that for Chameleon. And in one way, the animated TV show gave him like a uniform. It gave him like that purple with the cross,
the bouts as well.
Yeah, so I'd be happy with that. I could put it with my like animated Spidey little display that I've got going on, and that's the one I would like, because otherwise anyone could be. You could use the head, put it on anyone, and say, "Oh, it's Chameleon."
The trick is with the animated Chameleon, they just make the bout removable, because then you can put that bout on anybody that it would fit. And you can just like take some pictures or whatever. As like, so if they're gonna do the animated Chameleon, do it right and do it with the bout being a removable piece, so you can like use that gimmick. And of course, it's Chameleon as well. So have some fun with the interchangeable heads. Like, give us like, this is the opportunity to throw in some characters that we might not possibly get full figures of, or characters that we already have bodies for that we could potentially use. Like, throw in a character that could use a suited body. Like last time we got a J. Jonah Jameson. At the time we never had a single pack J. Jonah Jameson, so it would work on the suited body. So have some fun with the interchangeable heads. Give us characters that would spruce up the collection.
Right, Dan, you've had your fun now. We're talking about Chameleon. We're going to quick fire this because I am not doing week 3 of these fucking cards, right? Okay. We're going to quick fire through the rest of them.
Okay, let's go.
Yes or no, chat? Yes or no?
Yeah, look, no, we will. Right, so Secret Super Scroll, we've got one already.
No, we don't need them. No.
Yeah. Grim Reaper. You could do with an update.
Do with an update. Yeah, we could. Yeah. This, like a hooded version like this, that would be better.
Yeah, no, I do think Grim Reaper, like, we've got one in Legends, but it was 2015, nearly a decade ago now. Fair game for an update on the new body, better articulation, more accessories, hood up, like Rich said. Yeah, fair game. We'd have him. Mojo wouldn't fit in this box anyway, really, and we've got 2 decent versions of Mojo. We've got the single pack one and the one in the free pack, which are very good representations of Mojo. I can't even tell you what they could do to make it better currently based on Marvel Legends. It's very good. Fang Foom. Now, Rich, maybe we could stick his head in this box instead of Galactus's.
Build him bit by bit, 6 Fang Foom figures.
Yeah.
I mean, Fang Foom you kind of could do as a bath figure. Or maybe...
That's how they did it originally. He was a bath.
If Dragoman does well, maybe he'll be the build-to-order figure. But yeah, Fang Foom is needed, but I just don't think he's a character that's that well-known out there that you can do it like on its own type of thing. That which we talked about when I said with the HasLab. But then again, Dragoman's even more obscure than Fang Foom. So what the fuck do I know? What do I know, guys? What do I know? Nothing.
Look, well, the thing is, Hasbro are clearly on the same page as you because they didn't have confidence in any of these characters to take it to the HasLab format. So instead, they're manipulating what they do to make it available to the community. So you're not wrong because other people are clearly thinking the same. Are these characters too obscure for the mass market? I still think, like, just again, only speaking for myself, I would like a new updated Fang Foom in the collection. Again, from the 90s Iron Man and like the Mandarin we just talked about. Fang Foom is another like Iron Man type villain that can be fudged in other places as well. So he doesn't need to be Galactus scale by any means. Like the Build-A-Figure scale is pretty decent enough. But I do think with what Legends can currently do, it would be really cool to see them attempt it. That's all. So yeah, I do hope we do. I hope there is opportunity to get a Fang Foom in the Marvel Legends line in the future, regardless of what format they try. It's a character I would like another crack at. Jigsaw, we got one in the Wolverine's wave, white suit. We don't need another one, but I'd take another one. We could have a Jigsaw in that 2-pack with Punisher would have been decent, but at least we got a new character.
In the more updated suit, it would be better.
Yeah.
We need him like so he can actually stand up. But yeah, the other version was a perfect representation. Brilliant face sculpt. Don't need one yet.
Yeah. Just the new pinless suit is always an upgrade now these days. Tombstone, you've already got this exact version on the Spider-Man retro card. 2 heads. It's decent. Go and check out the review. Apparently, he comes with a crossbow. What is it called, Rich? What's not a crossbow? Crowbar.
Tire iron. Yeah,
crowbar. You know what I mean. Ulick. Now I've got the very exclusive Ulick that does the tornado spinning effect, but it is a pretty solid representation of this look of Ulick. I'm fine with it. Don't feel like we need this character.
Same. Don't need it at all.
Baron Strucker, we also got him in the Build-A-Figure. I think it was, what Build-A-Figure wave? Puffadder, maybe? Puffadder Build-A-Figure wave?
Puffadder last year,
Yeah, he came in the green. Not in this suit. He came in the green sort of Hydra suit, which fits in better with your Hydra army. And he stands nice as a right-hand man to the recent Red Skull we've got as well. So, again, maybe in this look or a different look down the line, but not a character I think we desperately need, right?
No, same. I agree with him.
Yeah, Mysterio. Again, there's probably room for improvement based on the versions we've got, but as a character representation, we've got a decent version of Mysterio, right?
Yeah, not for this line. We can go on to the next one.
For sure. Sauron, I do think we will get a re-release of the Build-A-Figure or maybe a slight upgrade of the Build-A-Figure like we've recently been getting. Is another very popular one, hard to get on the aftermarket. We have just got Zabu and Kazar. Of course, at some point, they're going to want to put out Shana the She-Devil, so they're going to need another sort of accompanying character from that sort of lineup. So I think Sauron re-release is probably more likely than a new one. Would you agree?
I'd love it. Yeah, I saw it on release because a lot of people didn't get it. I wouldn't want it with a Shana because I want Shana the She-Devil and I've got Sauron, so I don't need to buy it again. So do not put Shana in with Sauron. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Shout out Kev's Collectibles, who's playing the quick hit and miss game with us as we go along. He says, hit for Sauron. Kev. Shout out Kev. Annihilus, Rich, we need him.
100%. I would love an Annihilus. That he could be a build-away figure for like a cosmic wave or Fantastic Four wave. But yeah, Annihilus we could well do with an updated version. Marvel Select version coming out later this year, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Hasbro don't want my money, I will give it to Diamonds. Do you know, like Diamond, like you made an Annihilus, here's some money for you. Like, get involved in the party here. I'm clearly just don't want money at this point. Just take it, because I need an Annihilus in the collection. Again, the old Build-A-Figure is really outdated now. And to be fair, what they're shown looks good, and it's going to fit perfectly in my Legends because the scale can be manipulated a little bit as well. So, yeah, if Hasbro don't want to do one, Diamond Select, get my money, not a problem. And Yeah. Again, that got announced ages ago. It's been shown at 2 Comic-Cons now, so surely it's got to be due out soon. Surely. But yeah, we need him in Legends form. Rhino. Well, we know what version Rich wants, people. Rich is
I just want a Sonyverse wave. Yeah, I don't see why not. Why not, man? Just do it.
I hope they're in the void, mate. I hope they are buried in the void, and what's his name, Elias or whatever he is eaten them. Absorbing Man. We do need an upgraded Absorbing Man. I think. I think we've got the builder figures a bit gangly. Him and Sandman use the same body. We have got another Sandman since then, but we've never had another Absorbing Man. We got one back in the original Fang Foom wave had an Absorbing Man as well. But yeah, a character I think could do with an update, and he's a bigger character, Rich, so you could probably put him in a box like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him though. If the Secret War wave is real, is it real? I'd like to see him in that with his lovely wife Titania. Yeah. Titania, Queen of the Tits.
Or Titania, if you preferred, but we like calling it Titania around here.
You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. You called it that.
Yeah, Absorbing Man again. He's one of the I wouldn't say key villains, but he's definitely part of that core group of villains that get zapped up, and he's a bit aggressive until who does he watch? I think he watches Dr. Zoom do something crazy, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'll just follow you. He can't be asked to challenge him, so it's just like, yeah, I'll just do what you say. Can't be asked. So yeah, Absorbing Man's a fun character, and we need an upgrade of. Doc Ock. We've got some good versions recently, Rich. The only, for me, just for speaking for my collection, again, just he's one that we haven't got on this Spider-Man retro card, so that's what I want. But considering we got him in a VHS, that's probably not going to happen. In regards to comics, though, there are different versions of Doc Ock we could still get, including one in a suit like this one.
And he's very bad doctor there. Smoking kills everyone. Don't be a smoker.
Yeah, so a comic Doc Ock could be like something people would like in the future in his white look, but maybe not for this card. I'm trying to think, where's Doc Ock on this list? Got to be close now. Let's have a quick look.
You just went past him. Go up. Yeah, 88. Come on, we only got like 12 more. Quick, Dad.
Okay. Go back. Cool.
One word. You can only use one word for these characters, right?
Okay, this page is one word. Yes.
Yes. We need him.
This I know you said one word, but considering that Wong and Doctor Strange 2-pack has just come out, Wong and Baron Mordo should have been that 2-pack. We didn't need another Strange. We didn't need a Possessed Strange. That should have been a Wong and Baron Mordo 2-pack. That would have been the perfect 2-pack, but it wasn't to be. But yes, we need a Baron Mordo comic version. Yes, please.
Saracen,
yeah. Maybe we need him, but
my favourite UK gladiator as a child was Saracen, apart from Trojan, but that was for different reasons. But for athleticism, it was Saracen.
And everyone bites the dust. We haven't got him in Legends form at all, right? Correct?
Yeah, we've never got a Saracen.
Yeah, so a new character to line is always nice. Nebula, a cosmic comic Nebula. Yes, please. If during obviously the MCU and Secret Wars and all that, I went and reread the whole sort of Secret Wars, the Infinity Saga story and stuff, and she's a big player in it. I thought in the movie she was going to hold the fucking and clip as well, but she never did it. But we need a comic version of Nebula. Yes, please. I'm sure you agree.
We need Nebula with a weave. That's what we need. A weave.
Yeah, I would take a comic Nebula. I'm sure you guys.
Shout out to Shane Shooter. Needs a Generation X, kids. That's 3 people now. Me, Big Will, and Shane Shooter.
Only 997 to go. Hit Rich up if you want a Generation X to sign his petition. Puma. Do you know what? We've got one which looks exactly like that. Yes, we could get him pinless, but otherwise we're good, right?
Yeah, I prefer Adidas, but Adidas, isn't it? Adidas, as the Americans say.
Adidas. Yeah, we say Adidas, but they say Adidas, I think. It's like Nike and Nike. No one says Nike in the UK. It's Nike.
Oh, Titania and Titania.
Like that, I suppose, yeah. Death Watch. We don't have a Death Watch, do we?
No, we don't have a Death Watch. I think Cloud always wants a Death Watch, so I will say yes to a Death Watch for Cloud.
Yeah, I'll take a Death Watch. Character we don't have.
He's not watching, but we'll join the after show.
Yeah, probably. Let's test Cloud. Let's see if Cloud mentions Death Watch during the thing. Right, do you hear that, Cloud? You're going to be tested. Kang. Oh, we can't talk about Kang anymore, I'm afraid. Sorry, everybody. No, we're getting him in the. We're gonna get a new one sitting on a throne for PulseCon. The PulseCon exclusive.
3 faces.
3 faces. Yeah. So technically, you need 3. If you watch last week's after show, Brandon tells you need like 5. Blackout. Well, considering we have just got the Strange Tales wave, and we've got a few of those Ghost Rider villains and stuff now. I do think, and again, I spoke to Dan Yoon about this, I think Ghost Rider might get its own wave, just like Iron Man did in the future. Blackout's a character that could be in that, Rich. Could he not?
I don't think he will. But yeah, I would like
he was in the original,
I don't think Yeah, but I don't think we're going to get a Ghost Rider wave. I can't see that happening.
If there was going to be a Ghost Rider wave, this is a perfect place for him, that's all.
Build Robbie Reyes' car.
Oh my God. Imagine that's what they did. Oh my God, YouTube would have a field day with that. Bloody hell. Someone comes with the top, someone comes with the middle, someone comes with the bottom. Do you know what I mean? 3-figure wave. Right, let's keep going. Here you go, Rich. You've been dying for this one.
Oh, Calypso. I would love Calypso. Also going to be big. Also in the Craven movie, Calypso. 100% we need Calypso in this look as well. Calypso with the boobs out. 100% would love this.
Yeah, a character we don't have in the line. Again, another new character.
And she's in the animated shows as well.
Indeed.
She's been in all of them, hasn't she? Like little cameos, she gets.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd love Calypso.
Yeah, I'll take it. Ultron. Look, we've got a few Ultrons, but I'll take a different one. As long as this is a different look, depending on what mark of Ultron he appears. So yeah, there's potential for more Ultrons in the comic line, of course there are. So yeah, as long as it's different to what we've currently got and they're still utilising the best that Legends have to offer, I'd take it. Thanos. We've got a couple of decent Thanoses, but could we do with Thanos and his throne? The Marvel Select came with Lady Death, but the Marvel Legend never did. So.
Lady Death, I would like more. And Kev's Collectibles now also wants Generation X figures. We're up to 4. We're up to 4. Come on.
996 to go. Yeah, so I'd take another fan off it as long as they continually to upgrade and enhance what we've currently got. And yeah, a Lady Death would be great as well. He loves her after all. Hobgoblin. Now, the actual picture is Demo Goblin rather than Hobgoblin, but it is still we've got both. We've got an interchangeable head.
What is Hobgoblin?
That's Demo Goblin's head, right?
No, that's Hobgoblin. Definitely Hobgoblin. He's got that colour thing on.
I thought his face was a bit. Oh, maybe it is. All right, never mind. Still, we've got a few. To be fair, like Green Goblin, I don't think we've got there's still upgrades they could make, especially now they've got the new chainmail body with the butterfly joints, the pinless tech. I do think there's still a few levels above. I don't ever think they get the gliders right either. The gliders that we've got are always quite compact to fit in certain types of packaging. So if they are going to ever give us a new Green Goblin or Hobgoblin, if they give it us in a more deluxe format, so they could actually do the glider justice with some cool effects or blast effects and stuff, I do think there's more room there for those type of characters. That's all. Lizard. We've got some decent lizards. We've got the Builder figure, and then we've got the sort of more original appearance lizards on the retro card, which is he pinless? Maybe, I don't know. But even still, it's a great figure. And Parallel did the first review, so I remember it well.
5 now, Ruler of Randomness, Osmond's Generation X. We've got 5 now, like that famous British boy band.
Dan Yoon is sweating. He's like, oh shit. He's gonna have to start breakdancing. As long as you do it better than the girl from Australia, that's what we care about.
I'm a kangaroo.
So stupid. How did she get there? How did she get there?
I love it. There's going to be a movie about that.
It has to be, right? That has to be. How did she get there? Dr. Doom. We've got loads of Dooms. I've got a Doom throne just waiting for the new the Cabal 3-pack Doom to sit on. So we've got plenty of Dooms. Considering that Robert Downey Jr. is about to be Doom in the MCU, trust me, we're going to get a lot more Dooms in plastic in the upcoming years. I have no doubts about it. Loki. We probably could do with a better classic Loki, right?
A better Loki, but I don't need a Ghost Loki on a bridge. So no to this card.
No Ghost Loki on a bridge, yes, out. I'll take Red Skull in this look.
I mean, you could just put the Red Skull head on your Wolverine patch figure, and the way you go, Dan, go make it yourself.
Yeah, or Jigsaw, I suppose. Look, Red Skull's a big character. Again, I'll take him in different looks throughout the comics. He wears loads of different types. I think we're nearly there. We're nearly there, Rich. Nearly there. There you go. We are there. We did it. We did it. It took us 2 weeks, people, but we did it. Every single unique character that was on the trading card. Just free off the top of your head, Rich, who would you like to see released in figure form on this card?
Rachel Phoenix in her Hound uniform.
Yeah.
Jean Grey in her Marvel Girl red uniform.
Yeah.
And I want Mandarin, but I don't want that look. So I'm going with Calypso.
Nice.
All women.
Yeah.
3 women wave. Definitely going to happen.
I'm just having a quick look on the list. I'm going to say Baron Mordo, because a character gap that we don't have. So I'm going to say Baron Mordo. Also Phoenix as well. As long as she's in the Hellhound sort of look with the spikes and the short hair, that's the version of Rachel Summers I want. So yeah, Rachel Summers, Phoenix, Hellhound, Baron Mordo, and one more. Go for another villain. So I do like villains. Someone we haven't had. Oh no, do you know what? I'm going to say Nebula, Comic Nebula.
Oh yeah,
Comic Nebula, because again, I think that's a gap, a big gap we don't have in our cosmic shelves for sure. So they're the 3 I want. But you guys that are coming onto the after show, start thinking of which 3 you would like from this card. I have a list of the. I'll put this list in the chat. This is literally a checklist. So if you click that link, you'll be able to see a checklist. So if you're coming on to the after show that we're going to go and do right now, we're going to be asking you guys, pick 3 of these characters to be on this sort of card back design. Who would you like for your own selfish reasons? Again, it's always just, there's no right or wrong answer. You just pick. So yeah, if you're a part of the Who Crew Deluxe, get those answers ready. Which 3 characters that have been in that series 2 of the trading cards from 1991 would you like to see made in Marvel Legends form? Cloud has her cards ready to go. Pick 3, Cloud. Pick 3 of them that you would like to see in Legends form. Shane Shooter says, my girlfriend said she wants the X-Men Red Storm in deluxe treatment with multiple heads and effects. Shane Shooter's girlfriend, shout out to you. That is a great choice of figure.
X-Men. Which X-Men Red lock though? X-Men Red Volume 1 or X-Men Red Krakoa era? Because both are good Storm locks. I would take either or.
There you go. But there you go. That is it, Rich. It took us 2 weeks. Next week we're gonna have to think of a new topic.
Hooray!
But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Next week's pre-order, Rich said, is the not Outriders 2-pack, right? That's next week's pre-order.
Yeah. Outriders is next week.
So probably, to be honest, not a lot of new Marvel Legend news until PulseCon now. So it's just going to be new pre-orders. So again, we'll think of something fun to discuss next week.
It's only like less than a month.
Yeah.
PulseCon.
It's like 3 weeks. Yeah, next week.
I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday that week.
Next week's the 29th. The week after that's the 5th, and then the week after that's the 12th. So yeah, it's basically 3 episodes away, and then it's PulseCon. So don't worry, we'll find something to talk about like we always do. If not, I'll just campaign for Chameleon on Retro Card for 3 weeks. It's fine.
They haven't sent me my plane ticket to host this year instead of Dan Larson. They're getting to the wire, aren't they, Dan? To get me.
Yeah, they did. It was Dan Larson. Was it someone else as well?
Phil. It was Phil as well.
From the UK, the Transformers. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Why ain't Rich? You should definitely do it. I'd love to see you.
I got my Gem and the Holograms file of facts ready to go.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. You and Emily, you'd have a great time.
I'm doing it with Emily, am I? What about Jackie Jennings? Bring back the OG
Emily
Jackie fucking Jennings. I'm not doing it without Jackie.
Emily does it all the time. She's always like front and center now at these type of things.
I want Jackie Jennings for president.
They got rid of
her. If I'm looking at the right camera, it's no fun, Dad. It's no fun.
They got rid of her. Jamie also agrees though, just for Jackie Jennings. Rich, I'm going to close this chat. I always forget to close the poll in the chat, so I'm going to go and do that now, and then we're going out of here. So final thoughts from you, Rich, as I close this poll, and it ends with 47% at yes, very nostalgic. So you heard it here first, Hasbro. People like that card back. Make it happen. Give us some more.
I mean, I think they can't just use it once. It's got to be used for some more figures. And I think Rachel is... I think like a fan fave, a most wanted wave even. Like Rachel on it, Marvel Girl on it, Baron Mordo on it. They're all characters that everyone wants. No one doesn't like them. Everyone loves them.
Yeah, make it happen. Give us some... Again... It's about world building. Add some characters. Use it as an opportunity to get some people on the line that don't really fit in your other... Because they always have a schedule for the year depending on the movie and lines. And usually it's Spider-Man wave here and whatever. And so if a character doesn't fit with any of them, use this as a gateway to sneak these characters into the line, all right? So, all right.
Caesar Strawman in the chat says, there are a lot of gods and cosmic beings that you have not done in the Marvel Universe. With 3 exclamation marks, Dan. We don't make these figures. If we did, it would just be fucking Jubilee all the time, Caesar Strowman. That's all I would do. Jubilee and the Generation X retro card for you.
Caesar's just putting it. He's not speaking. He's not shouting at us. He knows we don't make.
He is shouting at us, Dan. He's in the chat.
He's putting it. He's putting it into the universe. That's all he's doing. He's just putting it into the Marvel Legends universe, trying to make it happen. Because he himself would like to bring some more
gods. As the universe, I answered him.
There you go. There you go. So Alexi speaks to the people. Rich is the universe, apparently.
I'm the universe.
The levels above. The levels above.
Same gravitational pull around me. Be careful, everyone.
Whoa, I'm getting pulled in. Whoa.
Oh, don't touch me on MCM. Stay away.
There's just those people just circling around you. Oh, here comes Rich. Stop being stupid.
Craig and Mark Tucker just got stuck in the comments collectibles booth for the whole
show. Kev's Collectible says, I would like the Living Tribunal. Yeah, with the 3 heads that's been round, interchangeable, all that good stuff. Right, we're getting out of here. Follow Rich at Displayed Once on Twitter, Instagram.
Look up into the sky and see me out there.
Idiot. Shout out Rich once again for hooking me up with Strange Tales. Do you reckon we can get some more, Rich?
I'm trying my best, Dad. Okay. I'm trying my best.
Cool. There you go. The wave's there. I'm looking forward to them. Fingers crossed we can get them shooting. Oh, I forgot to shout out Odious, but there you go. Shout out Odious. Rich got his as well.
Did he sign your one? He signed mine.
Did he really?
He said, "Dear Rich, you are by far and away the best co-host on the Dan Who Network. Thank you very much."
No, he didn't sign mine, the bastard. Nothing at all. Look. And I ordered a base body as well. I've got 2 of the fuckers.
Yeah, I got little O.
Yeah, I've got little O. He's been lingering. He's been trying to stab me in the back for months. But no,
to get your backstabber is nice as well.
No, was that like an early pre-order thing or something?
I think it's just for special people, the best people.
Wait, what the hell is this treatment for Rich? What the hell is this? Right, this is going straight on eBay, people. All right, if I find this on my eBay page. Fucking hell, Rich with signed special treatment, little knives. I brought a little O back in the... never mind. Forget you and Paraloud. Alright, never mind. Won't be backing any more Odiouses after that shoddy treatment. Right, we're getting out of here. We will see you on the after show. Start hitting me up with those DMs on the Instagram if you're a part of the Who Crew Deluxe. And again, if you want to watch more nonsense, then we're about to continue for an extra little bit of time. So come and join us, alright? But if not, that's fine. We'll see you next week. It's absolutely fine. We'll still be here talking toys and Marvel Legends. Let me know in the comments below which characters from that series of cards you would like to see created in the Marvel Legends line. And if not, you can just click one of these videos. I'll put my interview there, and then I'll put the Ghost Rider sort of Wolverine there. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.